When I first thought about speaking English in public, my heart raced, my hands shook, and fear told me everyone would judge every small mistake.
I completely relate because I avoided public English speaking for years, thinking my accent, grammar errors, and pauses would make people laugh or ignore me.
That fear usually comes from past experiences, school memories, or harsh comments, which slowly convince us that silence feels safer than trying.
Exactly. Silence feels comfortable, but it secretly blocks growth, confidence, opportunities, friendships, careers, and even self respect without us realizing the long term damage.
Many learners believe fluent speakers were always confident, but most of them struggled, failed, repeated mistakes, and faced embarrassment before becoming comfortable.
I remember my first public attempt. I forgot words, mixed tenses, mispronounced sounds, yet the world didn't end as my fear predicted.
Our mind exaggerates reactions, imagining laughter, criticism, and rejection, while in reality, most listeners are supportive, busy, or struggling themselves.
Yes, people usually focus on the message, not perfection, and even if someone judges, that opinion doesn't define your intelligence or worth.
Fear also grows when we compare ourselves to native speakers, polished presenters, or social media clips that hide years of practice behind confidence.
Comparison is dangerous because it ignores personal journeys, backgrounds, resources, and struggles, making learners feel small instead of motivated to improve.
One helpful shift is accepting mistakes as proof of effort, learning, courage, and movement, rather than signs of failure or weakness.
I tell my students mistakes are teachers. They highlight gaps, guide practice, and push improvement faster than silent understanding ever could.
Public speaking fear reduces when we practice speaking daily, even alone, recording voice notes, talking to mirrors, or explaining thoughts aloud.
Consistency matters more than intensity because small daily speaking habits rewire confidence, pronunciation, fluency, and thinking speed gradually and naturally.
Another powerful step is preparing simple sentences, key phrases, and examples beforehand, which gives your brain anchors during stressful speaking moments.
Preparation reduces panic because your mind knows where to start, how to continue, and how to recover if you forget a word.
Listeners usually appreciate authenticity, effort, and clarity more than complex vocabulary, perfect grammar, or impressive accents copied unnaturally.
True communication is about connection, sharing ideas, emotions, and experiences, not showing off vocabulary lists or memorized advanced expressions.
I also noticed breathing deeply before speaking calms nerves, slows thoughts, and gives the voice more control and stability.
Breathing is underrated because fear tightens the body, but relaxed breathing signals safety, helping pronunciation, pace, and confidence instantly.
Supportive environments matter too, joining clubs, classes, online groups, or friendly communities where mistakes are welcomed changes everything.
That's why platforms like English with Altaf focus on encouragement, practice, and realistic progress instead of shaming learners for errors.
Public fear often disappears when we realize everyone struggles with something. Even confident speakers fear judgment in different areas.
Exactly. Confidence is an absence of fear, it's speaking despite fear, learning from it, and slowly reducing its power.
Sharing personal stories instead of memorized content also helps because familiarity reduces pressure and makes speech feel natural.
Personal stories create emotional connection, making listeners patient, interested, and forgiving, while speakers feel grounded and genuine.
Another helpful mindset is seeing public speaking as practice, not performance, removing the pressure of being perfect.
When speaking becomes practice, mistakes feel normal, feedback feels useful, and growth feels achievable rather than overwhelming.
I've seen learners transform simply by speaking more, caring less about judgment, and focusing on clear message delivery.
That transformation happens when learners stop waiting for confidence and start speaking to build confidence through action.
Fear often says, wait until ready. But readiness actually comes after trying, failing, and trying again.
Yes, confidence follows action, not preparation alone, and public speaking becomes easier with every imperfect attempt.
Some learners worry about accents, but accents show identity, culture, and experience, not weakness or lack of intelligence.
I proudly keep my accent while improving clarity because intelligibility matters more than sounding like someone else.
If someone laughs, it usually reflects their insecurity, not your ability, and should never stop your progress.
Learning to ignore negativity is a skill because progress always attracts opinions, but growth demands focus and resilience.
Public speaking fear also reduces when we set realistic goals, like speaking 1 minute clearly, instead of aiming for perfection.
Small, achievable goals build momentum, confidence, and motivation faster than unrealistic expectations that cause disappointment.
Celebrating small wins matters, finishing a sentence, sharing an idea, or asking a question publicly deserves recognition.
Those small wins compound over time, turning fear into familiarity and eventually comfort with public English speaking.
I always remind learners that silence guarantees zero improvement, while speaking guarantees learning regardless of mistakes.
That's a powerful truth because action creates feedback, and feedback creates growth faster than silent study ever can.
Public English speaking is also about mindset, believing you deserve space, voice, and attention like anyone else.
You deserve to be heard, understood, and respected even while learning because learning itself is a courageous act.
The first step is always hardest, but every step after becomes easier, smoother, and more natural.
Once fear breaks, speaking becomes freedom, opening doors to confidence, opportunities, and self belief you never imagined.
So instead of asking, what if I fail? Ask, what if I succeed, grow, and inspire others silently struggling.
That shift changes everything because your courage might encourage someone else to speak despite fear.
Public English speaking isn't about perfection, it's about progress, practice, and patience with yourself.
And remember, every fluent speaker you admire once stood exactly where you are now, afraid but hopeful.
If you're listening and afraid, start today. Speak one sentence, then another, and slowly build your voice.
Your voice matters, your story matters, and English is just a tool to share it with the world.
Fear fades when purpose becomes stronger, and your purpose is growth, connection, and self-confidence.
So speak even with fear because courage grows only when fear is faced, not avoided.
Many learners forget that audiences remember confidence and sincerity longer than grammar mistakes or pronunciation slips during any public speaking moment.
That's true. People recall how you made them feel, not how many errors you made while expressing your ideas.
Fear also reduces when you accept pauses, because silence is natural and gives time to think, breathe, and continue calmly.
Pauses actually make speech sound thoughtful and confident, not weak if you stay relaxed and maintain eye contact.